kick is drop to do. We got back up. Welcome back, Chicago. We have another workout for you. So we got a couple new moves today. We're gonna go ahead and start with our warm-up. 2 rounds, walking, lunge, stretch. This is a bit of a new one. What we're focused on here is while Blaine is doing this, we're going to go ahead and focus whatever leg is back here. We're focusing on the psoas and these hip muscles to open up. So we're going to go ahead and do that side, and then we're going to alternate. And if your room, say you're working out in the living room at home like most of us are, you can go ahead and just take 2 steps and then turn around, or you can stay in one spot so that way you don't need a big area to get out and do this out of your home. So, target area for this, hip flexors, quadriceps, whatever leg is trailing, that's the leg we want to stretch out. Then our second is going to be inchworm. So after we do our walking leg stretch, just 10, we're going to go ahead and do 10 inchworms. 10 inchworms, going all the way down to the floor, and then coming all the way back up, reaching or trying to meet our feet to our hands. Target area for this is back. Everything in the posterior chain, hamstrings, trying to loosen everything up because we're sitting way too much. After our warm-up, we're going to go into 4 rounds. Our first exercise is a new one. It's called bear crawl holds plus alternating bird dogs. So Blaine's going to go ahead and show us. Now what this makes different than just regular bird dogs is that our knees will not be touching the floor, and we're actually going to stay up on this foot. So there's going to be a lot of moving parts. So Blaine's going to go ahead and demonstrate. Opposite leg and opposite arm reach back and up. Reach back and up. So it's a big core stability, big balance exercise that you can use. It's very challenging to work on core stability and balance. And while we're doing this, don't forget to squeeze those glutes when you come up. Whatever leg is coming up, like this right leg of Blaine, squeezing that glute. Just like that. That's good enough, Blaine. Thank you. We're going to do 16 total of these. You're alternating each time, so it's going to be 8 on each side. After our bear crawl holds plus alternating bird dogs, we're going to go to air squats. We have 30 air squats. No tempo, nothing fancy here, just regular plain old air squats. We're going to grind it through 30 in a row. Remember, when we do this, we want our heels or our feet right outside our hips or about hip width apart, depending on what's comfortable for you. And we want this hip crease to be lower than the tops of the knees. If we can't get there, that's okay. Do what's good for your range of motion. Everybody's different, but we want you to try and get as low as possible. After our 30 air squats, we're going to do towel, tempo, tricep extension. So this is going to be another new one. I'm going to have Blaine go ahead and sit on his 2-pack right over here. And while he's doing this towel tricep extension, he's going to start at the top, almost like the end of a press. And while he's here, he's focusing, he's putting all of his energy on trying to pull this towel apart. You want to think about breaking this towel right in the middle. And he's going 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. The whole time focusing and squeezing on that tricep on the way up. And he's trying to pull that towel apart as best as he can. We're going to go ahead and do 10 of these towel tricep extensions. After our 10 towel tricep extensions, we're going to do Supermans. We have 15 Supermans. We're so familiar with Supermans. We've done so many by this time. Everything we want to work is in the posterior chain again. So once we're getting lower back, all these back muscles here is our erector spinatus, our spinal erectors, our glutes, our hamstrings. Everything in back we want to warm up and get activated and get blood flow too. So we have 15 of these Supermans. You can see his heels and hands are reaching towards the sky as high as it can. And he's holding it there for a second and then coming right back down. 15 Supermans is the goal today. And then after your 15 Supermans, we have a 60 seconds rest. And you will complete these for 4 rounds. Once we're done with our workout, we're going to go straight into our cool down. We have a seal stretch for 1 minute. Now remember, seal stretch. You're going to feel a little bit of pressure in your lower back, but that's okay. It's okay. We're just having this disc go the opposite way of what it normally does. If I'm here bending over, right, this is normally what we're in. If we're sitting or we're bending over, my spine, my vertebrae is going this way. Doing this stretch, this gives your lower back an opportunity to go the opposite way, which it usually never does, which means you prevent some bulging discs, herniated discs, and any type of other disc problems in your lumbar spine, and that's what we want to work on. That's the goal of this stretch. After we know the 1 minute seal stretch, we're going to do seated straddle. So seated straddle, you're sitting on your 2-pack. Your feet are out to the side. They're out wide to the side, and you're just reaching right down the middle. So this 2 minute seated straddle, the goal here is to get these adductor muscles. I've said this plenty of times. Adductor muscles are anything that you use in your thighs to bring in. So we're stretching out those adductor muscles, reaching, opening up the hips. We're going to be in the seated straddle for 2 minutes. After seated straddle, we have pike stretch for 2 minutes. Pike stretch, posterior chain stretch. Very similar to inchworms. But where instead of us going down and moving, we're just going to be in this static hold. Means we're just going to hold this one position for 2 minutes. You can either reach for your toes or reach for your ankles. The whole target area here is lower back and hamstrings. After our pike stretch, we have a very hard stretch called Sumo Squat, where we just sit in the bottom of a squat. And what this does is it stretches out our ankle joints, our knee joints, and our hip joints being in this position, which is something that we all need. We're all born with the capability to squat, and over time from us sitting a lot in Western culture, we lose this capability. So spend this time to get it back. This is a hard challenge. You're going to be here for 2 minutes. It's going to be tough. If you have to stand up after, say, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, that's okay. Just try to accumulate 2 minutes total of this sumo squat stretch. It'll do a lot for you in the long run. And that's it. Once you're done with those sumo squat, give yourself a nice pat on the back because you finished for today. Have a great day. We will see you again this week. Go crush it.